is king!
No, I'm not plugged in.
So, just if you just heard 3 words from a song, we need you to tell us what you think that the 3 words said. In fact, put it in the Spotify comments what you think the 3 words said right at the beginning of this episode.
And don't give me the bullshit of it. Were those words? Fuck you.
Welcome, friends, to the Confused Breakfast, the podcast where we hit pause on the chaos of today and rewind to a simpler time when it wasn't about convenience, it was about the experience. Remember the magic of a Friday night trip to the video rental store?
Ow! I was London.
Wandering the aisles, making the big decision of what movie was coming home with you. We're all part of the last generation that knows the joy of the search, the snap of the plastic clamshell, and we're here to revisit the movies that shaped us and defined our childhoods. My name is Mike Schulte. Joining me, as always, 2 victims of carnivorous lunar activities, Sean Pryor and AJ Vance. How the heck are you?
I could only hope. It's my dream
to be a victim of carnivorous lunar activities.
Yeah.
You want to do you want to be killed by them or become a lycanthrope?
Yes.
Okay.
In a sexy way. In a sexy way.
Yes, of course. Like a. What are you? Well, I'm a sexy nurse.
Yeah.
I'm a sexy wolf man.
Yeah.
I'm
werewolf.
a sexy wolf man.
I'm a sexy werewolf.
I'm a sexy sex.
Ow.
But then there's like the wolf men and the nurses that are like, yeah, I'm a bitch. You know? You know?
No.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
I'm just a regular old bitch.
I'm just a bitch.
Tight.
I don't have any identity outside of this. All right.
I just suck.
Well, boys, on today's episode, we feel the veil thinning around us.
It's not personal at all.
It's not.
No.
And to call anybody out.
It's spooky season. Sean has dialed up a movie about one of the most famous monsters in history. Is it going to be too spooky for AJ? Is Mike going to hate the special effects? Is Sean going to question his friendship with Mike and AJ? We will answer all of these questions and more as we talk about 1981's An American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, baby.
Well, dang it. Ladies and gentlemen,
It's John Landis. You guys
it's
like John
time
Landis?
for another nostalgic journey to the past.
What's that?
With the Confused
You like John
Breakfast. Sit back, relax, and enjoy wherever you are in the world. Take it away, boys.
Well, if you know us, you know we believe in talking about nostalgic movies while ripping some delightful beers as friends. Today's beer of the episode brought to you by our buddies at Big Grove Brewery. Obviously, spooky season, we went with Oktoberfest. One of my absolute favorite Oktoberfests, because they're not created equal, in my opinion. And,
No, definitely not.
And this is one of my faves. You will love it. Check out Big Grove Brewery in the notes. Listen for the ad at some point in this episode. Cheers, everybody. Should we start?
Cheers.
Award-winning Marzen style.
Marzen.
Marzen.
Well, if you are new to the podcast, we'll be reviewing this movie scene by scene with a modern eye.
That's me.
But in order to do that properly, we must first discuss it with pure nostalgia. AJ, tell us the first time you saw this movie.
I will. Later on in the episode. Sounds good.
When we start talking about
When we
it.
start talking about it, I'll let you know what I thought about it.
That's a big old NA for AJ. Sean, I'm going to go ahead and go next. Not a chance, man.
Not a chance.
I've never liked werewolves. It's never been like high up on my monster list.
I'm a zombie guy, man.
I'm a zombie guy, dude.
I don't know what
They're
you are.
undead. They're undead.
They're undead.
A little bit.
But something also about the title never hooked me. Like, I was like, oh, wow, it's an American, but it's in London, but it's also a werewolf. And I never, ever had a desire to watch this movie. I never heard anything about it. I knew nothing about the plot. So I'm a big old fat NA on this one, too. How about you? Have you seen this movie?
I have seen this movie. So, when you're getting into the directors, you got to go through them all. You got to get to the Tarantinos. You got to get to the Scorseses.
Yeah.
You got to get to the Landis,
Alanis Morissette.
Yes, I did. When I first watched this movie, it creeped the shit out of me, and especially the scenes where, it's cutting to and back to, the dead people who come to visit David. Freaked me the hell out. and still kind of does, as we'll get to. But I did not know this was directed by the same guy who did Animal House or Blues Brothers. That blew my fucking mind, and that also kind of lit it on fire. Where I'm like, well, I have to just watch everything that like an auteur filmmaker makes, like a writer, director, filmmaker. So I loved this movie when I saw it. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Well, Sean, we're going to judge your nostalgic 8 of this movie versus some other movies that we've done in the past. If you'd like to know where this falls of any movie we've done, an 8 is actually going to tie that with Lethal Weapon for our nostalgic thoughts of this movie.
All right.
Sean's nostalgic thoughts of this movie.
Yeah.
Sean's.
Sean.
Well, we have given our nostalgic rating. We are going to strip that away, go strictly modern day. But first, we got to learn all the important details of the movie. Sean, what do you got on this one?
Got about 3 pages. Produced by George Folsey Jr. Music by Elmer Bernstein. He also did Mike Meatballs. He also did AJ Airplane.
Hey.
Guys, Ghostbusters, The Grifters, Sean Cape Fear, Sean Devil in a Blue Dress. Everyone, Bulletproof, Adam Sandler.
Hey.
Good one. And Sean Bringing Out the Dead. Cinematography by Robert Painter. He also did Superman 2, a movie called Curtains, Trading Places, Thriller video, the Michael Jackson Thriller video.
That's nice.
European Vacation, Little Shop of Horrors. Edited by Malcolm Campbell, written and directed by John Landis. He has done some movies.
Couple of them.
Cast: David Naughton, Griffin Dunn, Jenny Agutter, David Schofield, Brian Glover, Leela Kay, John Woodvine, Brenda Cavendish, Alan Ford, Sidney Bromley, Frank Signano, and Michael Carter. While writer-director John Landis was working on the film Kelly's Heroes as a gopher, and one day, him and his friend, who was an assistant, saw a funeral happening near where they were filming. It was an odd funeral because people were dressed in weird clothing and doing some peculiar chanting. John asked his friend, who was a local, what are they doing over there? His friend said, oh, they're gypsies, and that's how their funerals go for bad people, apparently. Apparently, they were burying a bad person and were doing this ritual so the person wouldn't come back out of the grave and do more harm. This made Landis's mind go crazy and began work on his first script. Landis thought about his story and could have made it a zombie movie, a vampire movie, or anything really, but he landed on a werewolf story because he loved all the classics, but he always thought the transformations were a little lackluster in those movies. Landis Landis sent the script to several studios. I don't know why that's
Landis puked the script.
Yeah. He sent the script to several studios in order to try and get financing, but he always got the same note back. It's too scary to be a comedy, or it's too funny to be a horror movie. This lack of understanding and, frankly, Landis' lack of clout would hold back the project for over 10 years, in which Landis would make Kentucky Fried Movie, The Blues Brothers, and Animal House. He actually, while working on Kentucky Fried Movie, he directed that, but the Zuckers wrote it. And when the Zuckers came to him to direct it, they were like, we have this idea for a movie. It's going to be this hodgepodge kind of comedy thing. And he was like, okay, so do you have a script? And like, what's a script? He's like, well, you need like text to like base the movie, like to make the visuals, like a story, almost like a book. And they're like, I don't understand. And so he gave them the script for American Werewolf in London as a template so they could like know how a script was laid out and formatted. I just like that. It's interesting. They writers, like the best comedy writers maybe that we've ever known, got the template and how to write a script from American Werewolf in London. Pretty cool.
Wow.
After the successes of those movies, Landis finally had the clout he needed to make his werewolf movie. Polygram Pictures gave Landis $10 million to make his dream project and to make his werewolf transformation one of a kind. He would hire his friend and collaborator, Rick Baker. Rick had been developing a system of makeup design that would be a cross between animatronics and prosthetics, which would differentiate this movie from all other werewolf movies. But Baker accepted another job before starting on A Werewolf in London, which would employ his techniques he had developed, that film being Joe Dante's The Howling, which, AJ, I know you've seen with me.
Oh, yeah.
When Landis called Baker to tell him he finally got the money to make Werewolf, he was furious to find out that Baker took another job. Baker, being a loyal friend, would hand The Howling off to his protege, Rob Bottin,
Okay.
who finished the film, who did The Thing, and Total Recall and all those movies. Baker needed 6 months to prepare, so that meant he needed actors so he could cast their bodies for heavy makeup scenes. The executives wanted Landis to cast Dan Aykroyd or John Belushi. And when that
Obviously.
when that wasn't
Well, yeah, I mean, we're assuming that when we gave you the money, you were going to get your friends.
those are
to
your
be in it.
the buddies. Just get those
Get
guys.
them in there.
Hey, I know some people. Okay.
All right. When that wasn't possible, they wanted him to cast Canadians for some reason. Landis thought this was a pretty dumb, as it was an American werewolf in London. So someone saying "Beware of the moon," wouldn't really land in the movie. It wouldn't have the same effect. So Landis would cast relatively unknowns David Naughton and Griffin Dunn. Landis knew Jenny Agutter, who plays the nurse Alex. He had been friends with her while she lived in L.A.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Filming was relatively straightforward. Aside from the effects of Mother Nature, it was it being very cold and wet throughout most of the film. Griffin Dunn was actually very upset when he saw himself in his undead makeup for the first time. It looked so real that the actor he got depressed when he looked at himself, and he kind of said to himself, "Well, that's what it would look like if I was brutally murdered and my neck was gone." The cottage used for the Slaughtered Lamb pub was located in Crickadarn,
I found it. I Google mapped
South
it.
of Wales.
Are we going? We're going to go do a live show.
Google mapped it. I know
All
where
of
it's at.
these like Wales counties, like countrysides, their names are so fucking funny. Crickadarn.
That's racist, man.
It's really funny to me.
It's racist.
I don't care. Crickadarn.
He doesn't know what it means.
Dude,
Wait,
you
what?
gotta stop saying that.
What does it
dude.
mean? Brian,
You
what?
gotta stop saying that word.
What
Jeez,
word?
Mike.
Crickedarn? Ah!
Mike, jeez.
Crickadarn it. Filming in Piccadilly.
Get your boy, okay?
Boy.
Filming in Piccadilly Circus was sort of an unheard of at the time. Actually, they were the first like production to be able to be granted access in Piccadilly Circus in like 10 years or so.
Wow.
Not many movies were allowed to film there. They were able to shoot between 1 and 4 a.m. to get the shots. An American Werewolf in London was released on August 21st, 1981, and on a budget of $5.8 million, the film made $62 million at the box office and won the first ever Academy Award for Best Makeup Effects with Rick Baker. So,
Damn, son.
there it is.
Roll.
Well, thanks, Sean. Now we got to go to AJ. AJ's going to do the research. Tell us what critics and fans had to say about this movie. What do you got on this one, buddy?
Guys, Jack is dead. 6 people are dead. There's going to be a full moon tonight. I'm going to the tomato meter.
The slaughtered tomato.
Yeah.
The slaughter. What's that?
The slaughtered tomato.
The slaughtered tomato. 89%. That's a perfectly intact tomato at 89% certified fresh.
That's per the critics of any movie we've done, tied in the 60th spot with Duel and Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
good company.
I just
love them so much.
we're so back.
Audiences in the esteemed popcorn meter disagreed wholeheartedly at 85%.
Yeah, that's a
Whoa.
big drop off.
Yeah, huge drop off for the audience, guys. Full 4%. A 7.5 on IMDb.
Of all the movies we've done, tied with The Player, The Crow, and The Warriors.
What?
It's just
Say what?
just good movies too, man.
Good movies, man. Gosh, I love them.
Suppose. Dave Kerr said this. He wrote this in the Chicago Reader.
Correct.
So you can read it.
Yeah. Then you say it to yourself in your
Correct.
head. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, you don't actually say it out loud like I'm about to do.
Right.
30 out of 100. It's a failure. Less because the odd stylistic mix doesn't take. It does from time to time and to striking effect. Then because Landis hasn't bothered to put his story into any kind of satisfying shape. Roger Ebert, kind of on the downslope as well. Seems curiously unfinished. As if director John Landis spent all his energy on spectacular set pieces and then didn't want to bother with things like transitions, character development, or an ending. Interesting stuff.
Can see that. I disagree, but I can see that.
You're entitled to your opinion. That's fine.
You're entitled to it. It's wrong. But it's fine. Slant Magazine, the film's indisputable centerpiece is the protracted werewolf transformation sequence. That's what they're there for. The movie presented a radical melange of of genuine horror and self-aware comic touches, not to mention the fabulous Rick Baker special effects. That was Marjorie Baumgarten.
Marge.
From the Austin Chronicle. 10 out of 10. Classic horror under the full moon, baby, said Magic Link the Third. Neato. I'm not going to read your thing. I just wanted to get a 10 out of 10 in there. 8 out of 10. Now that was good, said Keith Clark. Also in 2025.
Now that's a review, honestly, too.
Now that was good. Huh?
Now I can move on with my life.
You just go to the paper. He's like, what are the reviews for the new movie, American Werewolf in London? He's like, that was good.
All right, I'll go check it out.
Cool.
I'd like that better than like a rambling
incoherent mess like I often put into this segment. Now that was good, said Keith Clark. Superb film. Treads the line perfectly between horror and comedy perfectly and throws in a wonderful romance for good measure. Some excellent performances from Agater, Glover, Oz, and Schofield. Enjoyed every second. Special effects are way ahead of their time. Wonderful. I'm just off the back of watching Carey, which was so disappointing. Great to watch such a masterpiece. Wow. This person just said, this is a 10 out of 10. She called it cinema. 10 out of 10. This is a review by Truly Horrific. I was an eel, a dolphin, and I... Never mind, sorry.
Where do you get your weed?
Mr. Cheezel.
From you, Dante.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Mr. Cheezel? Truly Horrific said, An American Werewolf in London is a brilliant blend of horror, comedy, and groundbreaking special effects. It's a film that refuses to sit in one genre, and that's exactly what makes it so memorable. The transformation scene alone is legendary, still unmatched in terms of practical effects and raw impact. David Naughton brings charm and vulnerability to the lead role, and the chemistry between him and Griffin Dunne add emotional weight to the story. The humor never undermines the horror, and the melancholy tone that settles in by the end gives the film lasting power. It's scary, it's funny, and it's uniquely tragic. John Landis created something timeless here, a werewolf movie that's just as much about identity and loss as it is about monsters. Mm-hmm. I think that's pretty solid.
Pretty good, yeah.
Nice review. I got some 1 out of 10s here, guys, that I'll try and buzz through real fast. Very poor, boring, overrated movie, said SS Info.
Ooh.
I know. It's because there's Nazi werewolves in this. Come on. Yeah. Makeup, acting, direction, story, everything about this movie is complete nonsense and rubbish. End. 1 out of 10. Nostalgia. Our favorite, guys. Also in the same vein, Quadrophenia.
Hey,
you guys remember?
This
This is short and sweet, so don't worry about it. Warning, spoilers. I watched this film when I was young and I liked it, but when watching it recently, I thought, oh, wow, how much garbage this film really is. The acting was wooden.
Wooden.
1 out of 10. Alice Spiral. After half an hour, I turned off this piece of utter pig swill. We need to get a running thing of Drek.
Yep.
Pig swill. Drivel. Right?
Swidge.
Swidge. I think is definitely.
Pulch. Pass the swidge.
This is MILF. I didn't like the MILFy language.
That's gross.
They said, I got the video from a charity shop for a quid. They're English. And this morning it's going straight back.
You can't do that.
Do that. It's charity. You donated money.
You can't do that.
Well, hey, you know what? Maybe it works out. They aren't going to get their money back, but then somebody else can buy it.
Still, fuck them.
You're right. It's not too bad doing something for charity, but giving this mindless garbage even one is only because I can give it less. So it's really for the photo on the sleeve of the video, I imagine. The national news is more frightening, but if this is supposed to be a horror, it doesn't make it. And neither does it as a comedy. It just makes you feel bad. What else is there to say about a film which does nothing other than another excuse for 4-letter language and bedroom scenes?
Yeah.
Ooh, bedroom scenes.
Sweet.
Is this Christian Science Monitor?
Oh, they're not going to like this.
How boring can you get? The money spent on making this film should have been given to charity. There you are, charity again. These morons have more money than sense and have total contempt for those who are tricked into viewing it. Wowzers.
Tight, dude.
Tight, dog. Thanks so much. It was a lot of fun reading that. It wasn't. I'm upset that I had to.
Oh, you're being facetious. Yeah.
Well, you know. Well, that's all we got, though. So.
Well, thanks, AJ, boys. I want to tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was this podcast about movies, and they were dissecting a movie called An American Werewolf in London. It was full 3 podcasters from the United Nations. So halfway through the episode, it was running really long, so they had to start cutting segments. So they cut out the nostalgic score, but it was still too long. Then they cut out Sean's important details section, but it was still too long. Finally, Mike steps up and says, Mike's Fan Theories, and deletes his fan theory segment. Then AJ steps up and says, Tomato Meter, and deletes his review segment, but the episode is still too long. So then Sean stands up and shouts, Tarantino's my God, and turns into a werewolf and kills everybody.
Fuck.
The end.
Hey, what's that star over there?
Here we go. So scene 1, 2 American college friends, David and Jack, backpack across England. As night falls, they arrive at a pub ominously called the Slaughtered Lamb. Inside, the locals grow tense when Jack notices a 5-pointed star on the wall. After his questioning turns the atmosphere hostile, the pair leave. Straying off the path, they're viciously attacked by a wolf-like creature. Jack is mauled to death. David is badly wounded, and locals arrive too late, shooting the beast. Before losing consciousness, David sees not a wolf's body, but a naked man lying beside him.
Okay. Blue moon in the English countryside. How do we feel about this credit sequence?
So first, let me say that I didn't know this was comedy tinged.
Yeah.
And so after I made it full through my whole first viewing, I was like, man, that soundtrack was fucking awesome. And then the second time through, I was like, wait a minute. Like, they're all moon songs. And
Yeah.
Didn't get that, Sean. Didn't get it the first time. So my first watch on this was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
The countryside, the song choices. I thought it was incredible. In fact, I don't like when Jack's like, look around. Isn't this a fun place? It's like, oh yes, it most certainly is. Like, this is beautiful countryside, and I don't like how he doesn't like it. I think it's incredible.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing to be there.
This is all I want in life.
Yes.
It's a backpack through the countryside.
Through the countryside of other countries. Like, if I could take a sabbatical like once a year, like that was like a month long or something,
yeah.
and I would do this in just different places,
Yep.
This is what I would do with my life, guys.
But I also used to think as a kid that this is what, when people said they went backpacking across
Yeah.
Europe, I thought that this is what they meant.
Yeah.
This
Like
is
walking
specific.
around with a backpack.
Yeah.
Hitchhiking whenever they
Hitchhiking,
can.
yes.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what it is.
I don't think so either. I
Not
think it's
quite.
I think it's more like what would you call it? Like clamping, but like
It's staying in hostels, and it's like,
hackbacking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
it's taking public transit.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what it is, guys. And doing some walking.
What is-
What's the Wi-Fi here?
Where's you guys? What's your? They go into the slaughtered lamb. Hey, what's your Wi-Fi? It's on the wall. It's like the stars. What the fuck?
It's 5.
What are these guys doing? Like, they're college kids and they're basically just taking like a 3-week trip to Europe kind of a thing in the summertime, maybe?
It's honestly, it seems like a National Lampoon's like, let's go get pussy movie.
It really does.
Until it's not.
Because they even kind of talk about it,
Yeah.
like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, when we get to Rome, there's going to be so many ladies. Like, who cares about your friend?
I
back
have to
home?
make love to her.
This is
she has no choice,
basically-
really.
She has no choice.
This is the beginning of Hostel to me.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
You know, like if Hostel didn't get this and they just went like a different direction of like, torture porn, obviously, but like it was just like totally the same idea. But this whole thing from start to finish has John Landis footprint, like fingerprints all over.
I'm so glad you feel that.
Like you can't help it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so like deliberate.
And I really feel like he can't help himself either. Like, I honestly feel like I'm not comparing him to me or whatever, but like when I try and write like horror scripts, I can't help but put in like some comedy stuff. Because it's so ridiculous to me. I'm just like, or even like if I'm editing something, I'm like, let's cut that a little early and just like have the werewolf come in and that's the end of the scene. It's because it's ridiculous and fucking
right.
But it's also like, it's a horror movie, and you're also kind of like, setting up the horror genre in that way of like, yeah, fuck your horror movie. It's just going to be a quick cut, whatever. It's, I don't know. I love this style of filmmaking so much. And even just like when you first meet David and Jack, they're in the back of a truck with lambs, with sheep, lambs to the slaughter. It's so fucking on the nose.
Well, was this meant to be right when they leave? Jack says, "I'm going to miss you." To the sheep, like EWE, like you. I'm gonna miss you. Is that supposed to be?
Okay.
I don't know. I don't do closed captioning, so I don't know what.
I didn't know if it was. I didn't know if it was closed captioning. Oh, I think that was ad lib though.
Well, it had to be.
It had to be.
I'm
right?
gonna miss you.
Yeah.
What do we think about David Naughton and Griffin Dunn in here?
At first, Sean, again, I don't know this is comedy yet. This is the first time I've ever seen a scene from this movie. I was like, oh no, we're in trouble. Because like they just have the look of early 80s actors that never did anything after this.
Griffin Dunn, though.
Well, what I'm saying is their look of them. You know, like they look like they've never acted before, nor will they ever, because this is low budget. But as this movie goes on, I'm pleasantly surprised with both of them.
I'm glad. Yeah.
Especially David, man. Like, I don't know if anybody else could have played this role.
Yeah, honestly, he's really good. I think they got him from, I think he was in like some beer commercials or something like that. Really? Some sort of commercials they saw.
David Naughton was the Dr. Pepper guy.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Dr.
You're
Pepper
a pepper,
guy.
I'm a pepper. Don't you want to be a pepper?
Weird.
Like it's something. I don't know. I don't remember them.
No,
very clearly, but like that's why he got cast in this movie. He was from the Dr. Pepper commercials. And then he subsequently got released from Dr. Pepper because he did nude scenes in this.
This might be a candidate for the most dong that's ever been hung in a movie that we have done.
That we don't really see it.
There's
though.
not really much.
You see dong.
There's maybe here and there, but not.
I saw 4 different dongs.
You saw 4 different on the same guy.
You don't have closed caption on. You have closed
dongening.
Yeah,
it goes. It pauses automatically and puts a circle around it. Wouldn't that be a great service?
Stops the frame and zooms in.
Dude,
like
that would be a great
it.
service if you could literally have something that anytime there was a tit of a JJ or a dong. Like it automatically stops and puts a circle around it
right here, and
then it goes, okay, we're gonna rewind, and it goes back 5 seconds so you can watch it.
It's a cutout, like a cutout of Leo that just goes like into the frame.
It does it slows frames down to 25% speed.
Yep.
And then
enhances pictures.
Yep, enhance.
This is like a Mr. Skin thing that you owe us. This is our intellectual property now, but go for it.
Yeah,
develop it because I'll test it for you.
Yeah, I really like these guys and their dialogue a lot. You know, Griffin Dunn is actually one of my like favorite underrated actors, and I've only really seen him in a few things. Right. He was just in Caught Stealing. The new movie that came out, but he's, I think, most famously probably known for After Hours, which is my favorite Scorsese movie, which I really want to cover because I want you guys to watch it. But he's fantastic in that. But I love him in this, and I love that, like, you know, as we'll get to when he exits the movie, he's not totally gone because I kind of feel it, you know. But we do get to the slaughtered lamb, and I love when they walk. I love when movies do this, where like you're an outsider and you walk in and everything just shuts down.
I've been to Europe and this happened to me 2 or 3 times.
Oh yeah,
we walked in a place and it was like. But here's the thing, like, I don't give a fuck if what's on the wall. If there's Englishmen telling jokes, cold pints of beer, and a warm fire, like, I'm gonna do everything I can to be as nice as possible to stay in this place.
Yeah.
They're very too quick to be like, we got to go. You know, like that was a problem for me on how, because like, if this is me, I'm staying. I'm going to become a part of this town for at least another couple days.
Yeah, and they're also far too quick to not order a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
College kids.
Are you kidding me? Ooh, something
warm.
Do you have any soup?
Do you have any soup? No. It's like, well, do you have? It's like, yeah, beer. It's like, well, do you have any coffee? No.
We only
We're
got
in
cold
fucking
beer.
England.
We only got cold beer. If you want something warm, it'll have to be a cup of tea. Well, can we have a cup of tea? No.
It's
Yeah, it's
after
like-
after 2 beers, you'll be warm.
Do you have hot cocoa? Would you get the fuck out? like that's it. It's like order a Guinness or GTFO, man. Like or just the lager.
Yes.
There's nothing like something about English pubs are just better than American bars. I
They
don't
are.
know what it is. This is the vibe that I saw in England, that I saw in Ireland.
Yes.
And it's just great because it's literally just people kind of crouched up at tables with their pints and they're talking and everybody knows each other. And at any given point, somebody might say something to the whole group.
Not a phone in sight.
Not a fucking
phone in
TV
sight.
in sight. Not
Yeah.
a phone in sight. It still feels that way
It's-
over there.
We were
sometimes.
going. My brother and I were going through our National Lampoon's European vacation, planes, trains, and automobiles
Yep.
during COVID. And we finally made it up to Amsterdam where we could finally get a beer. We finally made it around to a place. And we walked into a cafe, which cafe was like,
Yep.
we got coffee in the morning and beer and drinks at night. But like you walk around and it's one of those things like you go into a bar and it's my favorite thing. We serve this beer here.
Yeah.
We don't have 19 taps. We serve this beer here, or we've got spirits. And you can
take
go
one.
in and I say 2 beers.
Yes.
These people
And they
all here are
bring it.
drinking it and they like it, so I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yep, we serve Hogarden here.
Cool.
Great. Awesome. 2 beers. And then you just drink.
It's like, Hogarden, what is that? Beer? Okay, fine.
And not
Good.
a place did we go like that you weren't like talking to somebody near the bar, or the bartender. It's like the bartender just
Right.
like links people up for conversation. They're Mike, they're just better bars.
They're better.
Well-
and this joke's fucking
Yes,
fantastic.
He can't wait to get into it.
I know.
Like, I love this shit. I quote this all the time in my head for some reason, and it's still too heavy. It's
United Nations.
almost as quotable as like anything from Snatch.
Yeah,
I
dude.
love this guy.
Well, for me, unfortunately, I was. Remember when I was trying to explain the 13-month calendar to you guys?
I didn't get.
That was me during this entire time. I was trying so hard to pay attention.
I didn't get
to
it
this.
at all either. I
And
just like the way he talks. Yeah.
All I could think about was, so I tell the swamp donkey to sake before I give her a trunky in the tradesman's entrance and have her lick me yobbles. That's all I got.
I'm a connoisseur of British culture, though I have been for many years. So like I understood every single word he was
Yeah.
saying because I've watched so much Premier League soccer over the last 2 decades that like I heard every word he said.
I like cutting back to them randomly because they obviously don't have any idea what he's talking about either, and they're just like, yeah.
The guy that spits his beer out, though, like that is a John Landis cut.
Oh,
when
yeah.
he says the punchline, and the guy goes, and it's just a quick little cut of him spitting it out. Like it was awesome.
John Landis fingerprint. Like I said, still can't remember the terminology for the director's like thing, but
Yeah.
his staple. Trademark. Thank you. Maybe that's just what it is.
Yeah,
trademark.
that could be it. Yeah.
Well, it might be it. I don't know. I'm not going to trust you on that, Mike.
The guy who's a big actor now, the You Made Me Miss. I love this guy so much. When they ask about the 5-pointed star, well, what's that star on the
Let
thing?
the laughter die down, bro. Like read the fucking room.
Read
before you
the
ask
room.
us.
This is his fault. It's his fault.
Yep.
Like he's blaming David for everything, and I know it's kind of
Whatever
a funny
happens,
thing.
it's
Whatever
your
happens,
fault.
it's my fault. I know. But at the same time, this is his fault because he just can't let it go. Like
I don't care what's on the wall.
I don't care what's on the wall. Let's just go back to it, Mike. You go into this place and you don't shake the branches, man. You don't try to like
just-
shake things up
You
here.
slide into your seat and you just kind of shut the fuck up.
Once you get your beer, you're a part of the team now.
and you
pretty
start
much.
laughing a little bit louder each time you overhear
Yep.
something, and
At
that's
some
what you
point,
do.
one of those guys is gonna be like, "So where you from?" And
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
and then now you can just be like, "Oh, we're from here." Oh, like the Alamo, and you can start having those conversations like normal people.
Yeah.
Correct. So I'm just saying, man.
Respectful.
It's his.
Instead, they're like, "Look at these giant puffy jackets we got on."
yeah.
Because this guy comes into this bar and he plays with this dartboard every single day. And if you've never missed, I get it. If that's what you do, you have pints and you throw darts at this dartboard, and you have subconsciously probably thought to yourself, wow, I've never missed this board. I'm pretty good at this.
Yeah.
And then this guy talks his fucking talk and you miss that board, then you notice. I get it. I'd lose a fucking screw as well.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think the other part of this too is it still happens because it happened to me and my brother, but it's also, you brought up their jackets. I mean, talk about sticking out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think
Bright colors.
Yep, it's the bright colors. They said this to my brother when we were going through like Belgium and stuff, and somebody was like, I could tell you were American. And it was because my brother was wearing a blue jacket, like rain jacket, that's like very function, not fashion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
here's a prop.
over in Europe, they meet that middle.
Yeah.
Right? Their wool jackets are very functional. But at the same time, it's like, these puffer jackets make them look like fucking astronauts or like fucking scuba divers. You know what I mean? Life jackets, like
Yes.
Marty McFly.
Dork thinks
yeah.
he's going to drown.
Yeah, Dork thinks he's going to drown. Yeah, I love it.
So, Sean, I need you to help explain this, right? Because, like, the pentagram and the candles on the wall and comments that they make, like, should the world know our business? Like, these guys obviously know about this.
Mm-hmm.
So is this werewolf like just a buddy of theirs that 28 days of the month is hanging out with them in the pub, like he's one of their friends, and then like, oh shit, full moon, like we better light the candles and let Guy do his thing,
And we'll stick inside.
and then by the way, where are their wives and kids?
Yeah.
Like if this is the safe place, which is kind of what they're implying, where are their wives and kids? Are they just home? Like
They might not have any.
they might all have died.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like a cool way to like set a seed of doubt within like the story itself and our characters, to just be like, well, these guys know about something that our characters who are American, who's probably prominently American watching this movie, don't know about. So it sets in that like kind of, what's about to happen? But you bring up a funny point to me that it's just like, this is just Andy.
It has to be, right?
This is just Andy, and he's like a crazy drunk, and on the full moon he just goes absolutely berserk, and we don't see him, and people turn up dead.
Yeah.
And in fact, I'd like to think the Americans sat in his chair. Like they sat in his
like
Andy's
they sat
normal
at his
spot.
table or something.
Yeah.
It's almost like it might be ritualistic almost how these things happen.
Oh, yeah.
People come in, they end up sitting at Andy's table, and he's whoever the fuck it is.
Well, and then maybe the guy that gave him the ride, like this is just a planned thing every full moon. Like, but then the barmaid, her being like, you can't let him go out there. That's where it makes me think this is the first time something like this has happened.
I think so.
Yeah.
I do. Like I said, I just love the warnings, like beware the moon, lads. Stick to the moors.
Stay on the road.
Stay on the
Stay on
roads.
the roads.
Stay off the moors. Just like I love this is almost like a brilliant short film at the beginning of this feature length film.
Yeah, dude.
I just love the setup. It's just it's and you get it right away. Like you don't really have to know much about werewolves.
No.
You just know a full moon. Like
Everybody knows that.
you just do.
Yeah.
And so when they go out of here, I love how they just kind of get back into like the rhythm of things of like they're cold as shit, but they're still buddies talking shit. But and then there's another thing where I'm just like, why are you veering off?
Yeah.
Like why?
You at some point, you coming to this town, there was going to be a place to stay maybe in this town or something like that. Because like, what
Right.
else were you going to do?
Yeah.
So go find the place to stay in this town or something like that.
That's what I feel like too. Is even though, and you were told to stay on the roads, not to like veer off of that.
First thing you
avoid
did
them,
was
and you
get off the roads.
Correct. So you ignored all the local
Into a rainstorm.
recommendations. Yes.
Into the middle of the night.
Yeah, because it's like it's not like they have a map out or something. They're like, you know what? If we just kind of cut across here, and that could have kind of solved this whole conversation.
Our
we're having.
hotel's one town over, and we're going to cut through this thing.
Hey, if we go around this road, but if we go through like this little like moor in this woods, like we're gonna like we don't have to walk all the way around. The Black Forest. It's like whatever. that was the thing that kind of bugged me about it. And I do want to say, like, I had no idea. So I was very conflicted coming into this movie because the title itself makes it sound like it is going to be more of a comedy. Like, to me,
Okay.
An American Werewolf in London, it seems like overly specific. You know what I mean?
A Nigerian
Kind of
king coming to Queens, New York.
right?
Basically.
Exactly. And so like that kind of a thing. But then I had heard like it's not a comedy; it is more like horror and stuff. And then I keep hearing like, well, it's like this balance. So I had such a hard time watching this movie. Like I think I just need to get that out of the way because I just had such a difficult time bouncing from. I have such a difficult time bouncing from like horror because I'm just constantly waiting for it, and then like to allow comic relief to take hold. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense, but we do talk about it a lot where like the line is very thin, where like a horror is set up and then scare, comedy is set up and then laugh. What if you did horror set up, comedy laugh, which is what Landis is doing, I think, a lot in this movie, or comedy setup, like them fucking around joking and shit, like he slips, he's like, help me up, and then fucking out of nowhere the werewolf comes in, like set up comedy, horror payoff,
Right.
So I mean, I guess I get it, but like it's the same thing, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Is it is the same payoff.
Absolutely. No, and like I say, it's I'm trying to do my best to not hold it against the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to because there are parts of me that really want to like this movie. Like I keep trying to like the movie, and I keep trying to kind of find the comedy and the humor because I know who it's from, John Landis, for God's sake. But it's just like sometimes it's just really hard. I try to focus in on the dialogue. I'm like, that's funny, but I'm not laughing.
Right.
So I don't know. I'll get off of it.
And there's some creepy shots too that I really love that he chose. A few different times. At the very beginning, they start walking towards town after they get dropped off, and the camera stays put and they keep going. And then there's one, I think, when they leave the pub, when they start going and camera stays. That is horror 101, where Michael Myers now comes into the screen. I'm watching you walk away. That was the scary vibe I got from the whole beginning of this, was that there's something creepy's happening because someone's watching them.
Yes.
And that was super cool because it was more frightening than funny to me. This
feels very voyeuristic.
Yeah.
Those kinds of shots.
Yeah.
And I also really like just the weird sweeping like camera moves that he's doing sometimes, especially when they're like, oh, it's in front of us, and then they turn around and the camera like kind of sweeps down, like a crane shot sweeps down and like then like gets on like a track almost and like starts following them as they walk the other way. Just really cool stuff to kind of just disorientate a little bit, kind of like they are,
Well, I like that we don't see it too, because we know this is a werewolf. We're already creeped out. We know that they don't know what it is, but like we don't see it. We just see them reacting to it, and that's way better. We've talked about that in Jaws and so many other things. Don't show it. Just like let me know that they see it and be like, what the fuck? Show it. Like, where is it? Because this comes really fast. This movie wastes no time. We are into a wild, gory kill like that. It's fucking nuts.
I compare this Jack's death to Quint's death in Jaws. It's funny you bring it up because it's so terrifying. Like Griffin Dunne as the actor really goes for this.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh God, oh jeez, oh fuck. It's so brutal and so quick, but his reaction is like, I don't know, there's something so stark about it where it's just so fucking real and terrifying. It works for me every time. I'm just like, God, that's like, I'm almost watching like a snuff film of someone being murdered, you know?
They go all in, and it's the opposite of something like when we talked about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where you don't realize how much they're actually leaving to your own imagination in that movie. Here, they're showing a decent amount of it, and like
just enough.
That's a good way to put it. Just enough to make it like unsettling, and to take your imagination away enough to be like, this is what's happening, and reading about the stuff was kind of nice because that's what kind of helps me out in these movies. It's like it was like half a wolf on a wheelbarrow, and it's like, hey, be gentle with this thing, because it's delicate. Okay, it's still delicate. It's kind of still like And I think he ended up damaging.
He ripped the whole thing off. He ripped the whole
Griffin
prosthetic off. Yeah,
yeah, and he rips the whole damn thing off, and then I think Rick Baker ends up kind of getting a little bit back at him. On this, he's like, I'm gonna beat the hell out of this guy now with the new one. So
well, he had like rubber teeth in it at first, and then when he ripped it off, he's like, okay, well, I'm putting the fucking real teeth.
Maybe I'll put the real teeth in. I don't know who fuck. So, but it's brutal. All right, here we go, guys. You knew this conversation was gonna happen right now. One of us gets hit by the werewolf. Are you running, or are you coming back?
I'm team running the fuck away.
I have no idea. My first instinct when you just said that was I'm trying to beat the shit out of the wolf.
You just saw.
It depends on how big it is.
You just saw this just absolutely within seconds destroy AJ. AJ's gone.
If I see, it depends on how much blood I'm seeing. If I see like a shit ton of blood where I'm like, can't come back from that.
Yep.
I'm out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this exact scenario, I'm the fuck out.
But if he's like still got it in its clutches, it hasn't like broken through his like defenses yet, I'm probably gonna help.
Yeah. Are you running?
No.
I'm running, dude.
No.
Bullshit.
This is strength in numbers, man.
You're dead.
Okay.
You're already dead.
It's probably bullshit, but you're
already dead.
Look,
bro.
I can act tough on the show, so
This is a different version of us.
yeah,
really
okay. I get to create my own persona.
Well, regardless, David makes the worst decision because there are three options.
Yeah,
There is completely run away, there's go fight, and then there's run away, but then go
come back.
And that is the worst decision.
that
you
was
could
the
have
worst
made.
decision. And that's the thing. It's like, do I have a knife? Do I have something?
No.
Do I got like a Swiss Army knife?
I'm wearing this backpack. Huh. Well, I'll go.
Yeah,
try
I'm
to help.
basically a turtle. Fuck. You're right. That's a tough call. But you're right. That is the worst decision. He runs for so long and then he comes back.
Yeah. Well, and then you have the question, Sean. I don't know if this is ever answered. Like, these townspeople know that it's a werewolf. Mm-hmm. You have to assume that they know enough of what's going on here that they understand that David was attacked and is still alive and now their buddy Aaron is dead, and that they should know that he's now the new werewolf, right? Mm-hmm. So it's interesting to me that they didn't just finish him.
It is interesting, but I do think like because they didn't do anything about this guy either, but they did know about him.
Like it's a supernatural old school feeling that like there has to be one.
Either that or they're just like, let's just hang out in the slaughtered lamb. Like it's kind of like let's just let this blow over and go to the Winchester. You know.
Well, and then maybe it's
Drown our sorrows.
Yeah,
it's a ploy against big town London. They're like, oh, they're going to take him to the big city, so who gives a fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
they're actually going to remove him.
We actually really don't like any of those people, so that's how I feel about it. It's because especially when Woodvine or the doctor, I forget his name, but he goes to the slaughtered lamb. It feels like that. It feels like, everyone's an outsider if you're not one of this bar.
Yeah.
There's the patrons in this bar. And so we're just going to continue our little community here, even though we know about some sick monsters out there. We'll let them go as long as we have our ale.
But they cared enough to still go out and try to save the boys, though.
It's true.
So it's just a very half of me doesn't like that I don't get any explanation and none of this makes sense of what's going on here, but half of me fucking loves it.
Yeah.
Because it's creepy and I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm never going to know.
It's kind of a classic thing that the how do you say it? Like sometimes it's much scarier having no narrative than some narrative. You know what I mean? It adds to that suspense factor.
Yeah, and again, when it cuts to when David looks over at the thing that he thinks is going to be the terrifying werewolf, and it's a bloody naked guy like dying in front of him. It's so weird and so stark.
I didn't get it the first time I saw it.
I didn't either.
What?
Like when I watched it when I was a kid, I was like, "What?" That's why it scared me. I'm like, "But who is that?" Like
Yeah.
I just like whatever. I don't know. It's so I just love how it doesn't explain that right away. You know, I mean, unless you like really know about the werewolf lore and shit. But yeah, it's just I love this kind of filmmaking.
Yeah.
And then we get to the hospital here. Like I said, this is all just like a perfect short film.
Yeah,
All
it could
this
have ended
right
right here. And just
Yeah.
been a short story.
That's a good point. It's like a Ray Bradbury or like Stephen King kind of short story vibes. Yeah.
Well, scene 2, David wakes up 3 weeks later in a London hospital, confused and recovering. Police Inspector Villers questions him, and his explanation isn't matching up with the police report. Soon after, Jack's undead corpse appears in David's room and reveals the truth. They were attacked by a werewolf, and because David was bitten, he will transform at the next full moon. He begs David to kill himself to prevent future deaths. Meanwhile, Dr. Hirsch grows suspicious of a local cover-up, travels to the slaughtered lamb where one guilt-ridden patron quietly confirms David is in danger.
When the doctor actually comes in after the nurse confesses that she just looks at his cock.
Yep.
Knows that he's Jewish.
Yeah, things are a little weird at this hospital.
He wakes up. He's like, "Where's Jack?"
Funny.
And
He doesn't
AJ,
look Jewish.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
Go ahead.
I want you to be David, and I'll be the doctor.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, David. Well, like you just woken up. Where's
Where am I?
Jack?
Where's Jack?
You know, David. I just want to prepare you before I tell you this.
For what?
Well, I just want to tell you. I want to, your friend Jack that you're with, the boy.
Yeah.
Your friend is dead.
What?
Yeah.
How's that possible?
Yeah.
That
No,
can't
he
be.
gave him 0 moments to like prepare himself that he was dead. he's like, I want you to prepare yourself. Your friend's dead.
What?
Look, you need to be prepared for this. He's dead, and
I want you to, like he can't even like get up in time.
I'd tell you to sit down, but you're already laying down.
Yes.
I don't like. What do you want? It's true. He kind of comes right out of the gate. He's just like, and by the way, he's been out for 3 weeks.
Yeah, your bill's going to be outrageous here.
It's
Where do we
fucked.
send it? Do we send it to your parents? I'm sure you don't have insurance.
Like, how much money did you have for this trip? Even
Because we already spent it.
yeah.
Ugh. It's just like there's the whole hospital scene is honestly like any time spent in this hospital, in any sort of hospital in this era, is just more unsettling to me than
is.
being out in the moors.
It's a creepy vibe in that hospital.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of it, guys.
No, you're
Yeah.
right, man.
I like it.
I know you do.
I know you do, buddy.
Yeah, I know. You do.
The American embassy guy comes here. He's like, I'm just here because I speak the same way you do.
Frank Oz, man.
Frank Oz.
Frank Oz, the Muppet Man himself.
Yeah, and there's Muppets footage later.
Yep.
Fucking weird that he's here, but then he's like just gone.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that they portray him as a complete piece of shit.
Yeah,
yeah.
I enjoy that.
sir.
The only other American, probably I think in this whole thing, and he's just a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Zero help.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. He's just a bureaucrat. So, he's just like, well, fuck it.
What do we think about the like detectives that come and visit, like the bumbling, weird, the bumbling like idiot one who like knocks shit over?
Well,
you know?
this is great. This is exactly like Greenlee in fucking Boondock Saints, where he says like, well, kind of makes sense, that it wouldn't be a man. 2 strong young guys could fight off a man, rather than being mauled by this guy. So it's like, shut the fuck up, Greenlee. Go get me a bagel. You know what I mean? It's the same idea. He's saying the right shit.
He's the only one that believes David.
Yeah.
Yeah, like by
a good
saying
point.
that, like buying into his story,
Yeah.
It's
He's my
really
lovable
funny.
face.
I love him. I like he could. I was worried watching
that's
this. I'm like,
interesting.
these guys are gonna hate this guy because it's just like such stupid standout comedy. But I think it's done so well, and he's very good at it.
His fucking tie is just so outrageous and out of order.
Dude.
I can't. And it just goes, it's a lesson to anybody out there that like you need to be presentable. You need to look good in order for people to believe you what you're saying. Because he looks like such an idiot that people are like, who's this guy? He
Find a
doesn't know
drunk and trade one for trade something for his, because it's fucking raggedy ass. Man, yeah, you're right, dude. That tie. But you know what? For some reason, something leads me to believe like this is a way to tie some ties. When you're wearing it with like a sport jacket
Yeah.
or something. But I disagree wholeheartedly. It's obnoxious to me.
It's obnoxious.
I hate that so much.
This fucking, like, this dream nightmare that he has about his house, to then have the double fake out in the hospital room as well with these like Nazi demon soldiers. He wakes up and says, "Holy shit!" And I literally, my thoughts exactly. What the fuck just
Jesus
happened?
Christ.
Holy shit, Jesus Christ! I'm like, this came out a complete. I thought it was insane. I thought it was safe.
Well, you saw Weapons, right?
Yes.
It's the best reaction to a nightmare in any movie ever, where he's just like, what the fuck? And having a nightmare like this would be the exact same shit.
And then in the double, I've never had a double fake out in real life before. I know this kind of only happens in movies, where a dream within the dream within the dream.
Yeah.
Inception. Holy shit. Like, how did he even, who are these creatures and what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why is he dreaming this? Is this because he's a werewolf now? Does this have something to do with it?
I think so. I can't explain it, obviously, but
Right.
it's just like, I think it's also really fucking funny, and to me,
When he's prancing through the woods,
it's
too?
so ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
It's so outlandish.
Over the top. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Outlandish?
yeah, I'm gonna trademark that.
Okay, cool.
It's absolutely so outlandish
That's my boy.
that this is a moment where I'm like, okay,
Yeah, like, it's scary and funny
what
all
the
at the
fuck
same
is going
time.
on? It's like it's so brutal, but at the same
it's
time,
funny.
it's so ridiculous, hysterical.
That they basically hold him at knife point to brutally kill his entire family in front of him, set his house on fire, to then slit his throat.
And then
Yeah.
yeah.
There's no rhyme or reason.
Fucking
for it.
crazy.
That is brutal Western style debauchery of, you know what I mean, and like, and that the fact that it's like half humanoid, like weird faced,
don't even
dog
know.
faced, kind of like werewolfy Nazis. It's just like I'm in Europe, the EU, whatever.
Yeah.
The enemy here is Nazis. Like what is it? Like,
Your dreams change depending on the country you're in.
yeah, you
of
know,
course.
it's just like, I guess that's what it is. But you're right. Like the whole double whammy, I was also kind of caught off by the double whammy, because he wakes up, he's like, oh God. And then the second time, and like, it's
The nurse
somehow
opens the curtain.
these incredibly like realistic reactions, and it's very realistic dialogue to me.
Yeah.
That
It
really
shouldn't
helps
be, but
helps
it
me
is.
out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's funny, but it's also, damn, yeah, that's what I would probably say.
When she's getting stabbed by the thing, she like she's like flinching when it's
Yeah.
stabbing her or whatever, and she did that on her own, and it freaked Landis out because she just did it. She's like, I guess, I wouldn't be fully dead just by like one knife hit or whatever, so I'd like twitch every time he like hit me, and it freaked Landis out a lot. He's like, oh, keep doing that, hell yeah.
That part creeped me out just as much as some of the other stuff in the first Nightmare. Because just there's something about just like a knife being sunk in
Yeah, don't like that.
that I can't get over.
Love, yeah, it's awesome, right?
Fuck you. Fuck you. Happy Halloween, Sean, you fucking prick.
Well,
God.
like I think he just said to Rick Baker too, especially like the werewolf demon Nazis, whatever. He's like, demon Nazi. Like, what else are you supposed to do?
something.
You know?
Okay. I got the budget.
Yeah.
So,
One of the dreams where she comes up to him in like the forest, and he turns into like the weird thing.
Yeah.
That's freaky, but it's also like very good makeup and very stark. And he told Rick Baker, he's like, I want to do this werewolf movie, and I have all these other effects, but I don't want to linger on any of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want it to be very quick when we cut to it, because I know our limitations. Even though, like, as we'll get to, this is pretty incredible shit, I still want to limit it a little bit to kind of keep the audience a little off guard.
But it works when they just, because even those demon Nazi guys, like, you never see them for enough time in screen.
They're obviously masks.
Yeah. But then you get into things where they do excel, like Jack shows back up.
Yes.
My God, dude. He's there 3 times, and every time it gets worse.
It gets worse and
And the
worse.
decay worse. This is terrifyingly awesome.
It's so good. I love how the movie, like especially at this point when we get to the hospital, yes, he's having these dreams and they're very fucked up, but they're dreams. You know, he's still safe. And like with the scenes with Alex, like she gets him to eat. Like it's a very kind of sweet and tender scene. You know, they're starting to like kind of fall in love or like they like each other or whatever. I like them. We can talk more about them a little bit later, but this whole, it kind of feels comfortable to me. Like a lot of this, you know, he's especially when he's like, I kind of feel a little lonely after he wakes up. And so he sends in Alex, she's reading to him. It's a very lovely kind of setup. And then you get kind of lulled into it a little bit. Like you like, oh, I like Alex too. And then he gets his food and it's just a shot on David and he just looks up, cuts to Jack. Can I have some toast? It's just like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
We were settling into a great life here, bro.
It's like, no, we're back to the movie now.
Oh, and also, here's some bad news. You're gonna have to kill yourself.
And it's Jack's back in full makeup and regalia to tell you the exposition. It's such a great way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is man, the makeup here. Number one, I gotta say, maybe it's the second version of him that is just like, oh yeah, no, I've seen this already in Thriller.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember because
he did Thriller after this.
John
right?
Landis did Thriller based off of this.
Yes.
Michael Jackson saw this, was like, I need you for
Yep.
this.
You're the one.
You guys are all coming, and we're like, money is no object because I'm Michael Jackson
Yeah.
in the 80s. And it's like, but then watching him, and every time that they linger on Jack, every time they linger on him, you can't help but just explore his makeup.
It's kind of like flabby a little
and the
bit.
flappy neck part. They did that shit. Like John Landis probably saw that, was just like, yes, please keep just moving your mouth.
Lettuce moment. Yeah,
God,
yeah.
just keep
Shake
moving
head.
your mouth.
Shake your head no. Instead of saying no, shake your head
Yeah,
no.
shake your head more. Just do that. It's just like the little like. Like, I'm telling you, man, if this wasn't the inspiration for freaking Harvey Dent in Dark Knight, in some regard, man, it's fucking brutal.
Yeah, it is.
It looks so good. It's terrifying, and yeah, I just love the idea that we get to have more Jack, but in this aspect.
Yeah, I didn't want Jack to go, and now that he's back, I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
But he's back, but he wants him to kill him.
Yeah, sorry about that.
The other thing that I read that again, it makes it a little bit more endearing for me in this horrific shit that I don't normally like.
Right.
I don't normally like this type of makeup, mostly because I don't like the thought of having to go through the process of putting makeup on. Not because it actually grosses me out in the practical sense. I think that the makeup itself is gross. But looking at this, and like John Landis said to Griffin Dunn, when Jack is undead, he is basically just nothing less than happy to be here.
Yeah,
He should just be happy.
Can I have a piece of toast?
Can I have a piece of toast? There's nothing wrong with his presence. He's not upset about anything. He's pretty pleasant. And that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
That's a much more, rather than like Ghost of Christmas Past
Yeah.
kind of bullshit, right?
Or just
So-
like, hey, David.
no!
Like jump scaring him every that. I'm glad you brought that up because it could have been a jump scare.
Oh,
rather than just like a shot on David and him looking up and then it's just a reveal of bloody ass Jack.
There he
But
is.
it's not like a
We could have gotten stings, like
Yes.
musical stings and things like that. But we never
Yeah.
did. We never did. It was never a jump scare. It was just like he was just there, and you're like, "Fuck!"
Yeah,
it's like the unsettlingness comes
Yes.
over you
Yeah.
rather than hitting you.
and it's almost more impactful than just like
I agree.
it's Jack.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know?
that's a good way to put it.
Well,
Damn
see,
it, you're starting to make me like this shit.
Hell yeah, dude, forget it.
So, scene 3, after being discharged, David moves in with Alex, the nurse who cared for him. As their romantic relationship intensifies, David begins experiencing graphic nightmares and animalistic urges. Jack appears again, now more decomposed, with another warning. Night falls and he undergoes a painful transition in Alex's flat. As a werewolf, David prowls London streets and the underground, murdering 6 unsuspecting victims before walking naked into a wolf enclosure at the London Zoo the next morning with no memory of his rampage.
I like how forward David is in this, and like how their relationship is in general with Alex. Because he's like, "Do you live alone?" She's like, "Yes." He's like, "Good."
It's kind of that creepy American vibe of it
Yeah, a
too,
little
though,
bit,
right?
a little bit.
But yeah,
The mission hasn't changed, guys. Okay,
I'm still
The
on
mission
vacation.
Hasn't changed.
We're still young, horny
We're a man
fucking-
down,
Look,
but
as far as I'm concerned, my best friend died. I'm a little vulnerable. Okay, there's nothing like we were talking about on the way here.
It's the only way I'm going to feel better.
Trying to get that English tea.
But
Let's
dude,
go.
if you're Alex, like I'm going to try my best to impose this on my girls. That like, listen, if there's ever a point where you're working at your job and a man tells you that he thinks he's a werewolf and that he has nightmares and he just saw his dead friend Jack and you don't know anything about him, maybe just don't invite him to your house to just go fall in love and have sex. Like this just seems like just a weird move by Alex.
sure. Yeah, and maybe like in general, like at the place that you work, especially if you're like customer service or hospitality, hospitality.
Hospitality.
There's probably some sort of written rule. It's like don't
I'm sure there's
date
that
the patient.
as well, but like it's even just like an unwritten rule, I think, just to be like, if you're a bartender and you're a chick and you get hit on by a guy, I'm sure it's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
You know, why would you want to date one of those?
Your patients probably hit on you all the time.
Sure.
You are hot.
Dude, I had my whatever taken, some of my teeth, my molars taken out, and when I was like, the put under videos or
Yeah.
whatever, like my mom was like, "You're so fucking hot," was what I was saying to the nurses and shit. I'm like,
Oh, terrible.
yeah, but I was under the influence.
But can we bring back the idea of just like, I'm thinking about this movie, I'm thinking about Halloween 2. When did nurses stop dressing super hot?
True.
like they had this
So
prim and
upsetting.
proper view to them, and they were just very stoic, and they had these dresses in their hair, and now they're like, yeah, I got scrubs on, it's got Mickey Mouse on it. Fuck you.
My lanyard's kind of fun.
Look, I got a thing. It's
got some flair
I put
on it.
stickers on it sometimes. I'm not talking about my wife in any way, okay?
My scrubs, my scrubs got blood on them, so now I'm gonna go just throw those into the chute, put on new scrubs.
Like they
Yeah,
basically
it's
wore like
from
high
the-
heels back then and shit.
My wife comes home. I'm like, "Hey, darn, how's it going?" I'm gonna give her a hug and a kiss. She's like, "Oh, I'm gross. Someone puked on me today or something."
Like, well, if you were wearing a dress and like a weird bonnet, like you'd probably feel sexier.
And then like it's better for me,
Yeah, like I like it.
especially if you started just
I
making
like
dinner
it.
right now.
Like when you come home from a hard day's work and you should be in heels and a dress, a skirt that I like to look at, and then you just start making food.
Yeah.
Because I'm hungry.
The only other
'Cause I'm a
clothing,
man.
the only other clothing that should be in this scenario is a cook apron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put that on.
By the way, take care of my children.
Yeah.
Yeah. While you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I also the only one that as he gets to her flat, and she shows him around, and you know what's going down.
Oh,
We all know
yeah.
what's going
We're doing the I'll show you the rooms.
But there's only one bed. But here's me watching it the first time as a 43-year-old guy who's very tired and has a lot going on. She goes, but first, why don't you lie down, watch some telly.
Maybe you'd
I'm
like
going to
to-
take a shower. I go, in my brain, I go, that sounds awesome. Because like I know that we're eventually going to get to the thing, but like, man, I haven't watched TV in a long
Some
time.
buffer time.
Like, I just need a little buffer time. And the next scene is them in the shower. It's like, oh, I guess that works too. But
I mean, that checks out.
what happened to the whole telly thing? Like
Look,
with the
He's got
BBC
that,
One? Like, shit.
he's got that early 20s stamina. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That
yeah.
He's just like, it's all that fuels this man, this werewolf.
I've been in a shitty hospital bed for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I would love to lay in your bed
There
and
is-
just kick it while you take a
Can
shower.
I kick it? Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Like, it is one of those things that I like.
Did you say the same thing?
Kind of
You're like, that sounds great.
I was like, that does sound pretty good. And then it cuts to, I was like, oh yeah, no,
I mean,
that's cool too.
yeah,
That's fucking
no.
sick as well.
Totally,
Yeah.
totally.
I do love you, and I
Yeah.
would like to be in
No.
that position too.
No,
Shower.
that's totally what I would do too. I would totally do that, and not go lay in bed and watch television and fall asleep. And hopefully,
Can we do that
If you get the
after?
chance, shower with them.
Yeah. Got it.
It's a marvelous night for a moon.
Oh man, little
Fuck's sake, Van
fucking,
Morrison.
Van Morrison going in.
We're 2 weeks in a row of just a killer soundtrack.
I
Yeah,
know,
no.
it's crazy. This is what I like. All of the songs in this movie, when I hear them outside of this movie, I think of this movie, and it just is that way. Like especially Bad Moon Rising is, maybe more Zemeckis Forrest Gump than you could imagine, but for me it works. I love this soundtrack. But like I was saying, as far as the narrative goes, I do like that a movie in 81 is like just saying this, like, and she just comes up right out and says it. She's like, look, I'm just gonna get down to it. I think you're hot. I want to fuck. You're here. Let's do this.
Why does this have to be any more complicated?
Yeah,
guys?
exactly.
Man, the parlance of the times.
Yep.
This whole thing that people get to swipe on your phone for. That's a thing.
Yeah.
You could just be like, I think we should fit together.
Yeah. Hope you like me.
Hope that works out.
Oh, I didn't put the right profile photo up. Oh, darn.
Dang it. And but like no, you could just apparently all you have to do is you just talk.
Well, AJ, come on.
You gotta do the, she showed him the room first. And
Well,
the
no.
flat.
First, you guys are missing very important parts of this.
What? What are you
both
talking
have to be
about?
fucking hot. Because both of these people are very attractive, good-looking people. This doesn't happen to
right.
You don't go to England and not be hot and get to do what he just did.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Gifted gab, brother.
Hey, man, you're already in a vulnerable position.
He's in a vulnerable position. I think that she says it
You are
straight up.
circumcised, so I mean, like,
Are you saying me?
yeah, you are.
Thank you, yeah.
She says it straight.
I don't know how you know that.
It's a good guess, okay?
Common denominator.
It's Midwest, bro. It's a pretty good
All
guess.
right.
I come from an Amish family. I don't know.
I haven't seen you at the temple lately, so
Yeah. haven't seen you at temple recently,
late for
so
shul.
have to imagine they nipped the tip. Then
A little too much,
yeah, well, hey, sometimes it just doesn't get out there as far.
I'm just going to put it out there. I'm glad I didn't have boys to have to make that decision. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So 3, 2, 1, and go.
We used to do that all the time. And 3, 2.
Well, we had our safe word in the Blair Witch. Like, taco.
All right.
Let's get back to it.
Woo. Let's do a little clap.
I'm
for
going to
the
go listen to that one again. I forgot all about that.
I know, me too. By the way, speaking of Blair Witch, I've heard something that's amazing.
Okay.
And I need to bring it up to you guys
Okay.
on. I'll bring it up to you on a brunch or a
Okay, thank
Patreon or
God.
something.
Okay.
Okay. I needed to put it into the fucking ethos.
Put it on record.
I just wanted to go on record. I heard something about
The Blair Witch.
the Blair Witch, and I'm recommending it from Metal Man. She comes right out and she says, like, "Oh, I find you attractive and kind of sad." It's like, well, that's good, but and I love it.
Did you have to include that part?
His response is just, keep going.
What else?
Okay, keep going. Don't stop there. And then it's just like, I've only had like she rattles. She goes through. She's like, I
had
think you're
5 lovers.
I think you're attractive. Kind of sad, honestly. So like, there's that vulnerability that I'm definitely pulled to because I'm a nurse. And then it's like, I've had 7 lovers. So she goes through her whole fucking bed.
4 of them were one night stands.
Yeah, all her notches on the bedpost. Yeah. And it's just like lays it all out. It's like, I can get down with this.
It also works story wise too, to be honest. Because they do fall in love throughout the duration of this movie. As far as the movie is concerned, I buy into it immediately, especially with that. Like, it is funny too, just to be like blah, and like I'm like picturing Landis write the script and was like, okay, so like, how do I write a complicated sort of relationship within like an hour and a half, but it's not really the point of the movie at all. And it's just like, well, I'll just have them come out and say everything right here, right now. And they fuck and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
That's a good point.
You get into this transformation, right? But again, I've never seen this. And this just doesn't feel real to me because he's doing all of this stuff. Like, it feels comical because so much fucking time is being passed and wasted by him just being bored, to where you're like waiting for this transformation.
He's doing what I do when I'm home alone, like just literally walking around.
And we're watching all of it, and we're wasting time on this, to where I kind of forgot he was going to transform.
Yeah.
And then when he does, it just doesn't feel real to remember that we're going back to this like werewolf part of the story.
Yeah.
But my God, dude, you throw Sam Cooke on in the background, Blue Moon, and you go through this. I was prepared to just not watch this part, but I couldn't take my eyes off of it by how unbelievable this transition is. How the fuck did they do this, man?
Yeah. AJ, what do you think?
Well, this is my favorite part from because this is when we get Warren Zevon, playing Werewolves London. That part. Yeah. That part of the movie when they play that song.
Yeah.
Was that written before this movie came out?
Sure was.
I believe it was. Yes. I think that was written in the 70s.
Opportunity. I love that song.
They still don't know why it was not used in this movie.
Wait, the filmmakers?
The two main actors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like David and Griffin. They're like, I don't know why it wasn't ever used.
Yep.
Super fucking sad. All right, I digress. This is one of those things that, like, Mike, I'm glad you just actually said that, because we spend a lot of time lingering.
Just waiting.
It's kind of like before
waiting.
we meet Jack for the first time again.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, they lull you into this.
Yeah. So that's interesting. I didn't even catch that really. I was like, man, this is just kind of boring. And like what's going on? And then all of a sudden it happens. And I like that it kind of happens out of the blue. It's like, it's not a hard shot cut. It's not another sting. It's just him screaming.
Jesus Christ!
And he's in pain.
Yes.
And that's the other big part about this, is that like this transformation is not like a good thing. Like, think about
how do you come back from this? Like,
yeah. I mean,
how does your body actually come back from what just happened?
That's what Landis was saying. Is like it's like when the effects that like Lon Chaney had in the werewolf movie, fucking whatever it's called,
Werewolf movie.
Yeah, fucking Wolfman. He was just sitting in a chair, and it was like a time lapse of like makeup being applied and whatever. And he's like, well, wouldn't it be like fucking painful if like your body was turning into something different,
It's reshaping itself.
And it's funny and shocking and scary all at the same time when it starts, because it's just like he's reading a book. Jesus Christ! It's so like it's like you've never seen anything like this before, but it all just makes sense. Like,
of course, that's what would happen.
You would immediately freak out.
Yeah, like the moment where his hand starts to grow, and he's kind of watching it. I had a little bit of a flashback to Marty McFly with like the hand that came out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, George, that kind of thing. But after that, other than that, though, once I got over that, you're watching this happen, and him like ripping off his clothes and stuff. The shirt just looks like it's just made of paper.
Yeah.
And like it's all done very well, and it's a long sequence.
It is, and it's shot in harsh light.
Yeah.
Too, and like a lot of things.
Yeah, nothing's hidden.
No,
by
not
the
at
shadows.
all. And Rick Baker is like, "Are you serious, dude? Like, we're gonna shoot it in harsh." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, I'll figure it out." And he fucking did. Basically created the award for best makeup.
Yeah, like, we have to give this guy something.
Yes, and it's incredible. And he said it's makeup is an additive process. So he's like, well, let's do this kind of in more reverse sequence.
Got you.
And so like they started with the most makeup and everything, like the most hair, the most hero makeup of it, and they reduced it because he's like, it was the hair pretty much. It was like, if we just like chop off the hair, it's going to be really, really tedious, or if we keep adding hair, it's going to be really, really tedious. But if we can just kind of cut it back as we go, even like the hair growing out is just a reverse shot of them pulling the hair back in, it's all so well done. And like even the way that it's done when you hear about it, even like the hand AJ is just like most of this is just like he has syringes filled with air,
Right.
and he's just pressing on them, and they
It's
just
amazing.
grow out to this. One of the best fucking makeup sequences ever.
And I was ready to just be like, oh my God, like this is not 1981, not a chance. Fucking looks great, man.
Yeah.
It still looks great. I don't know if I've seen a better one ever.
Well,
Well-
especially werewolf transformation.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's the pinnacle.
I mean, the face.
That's like the
yeah,
worst.
dude.
The face goes
you know,
out.
Yeah. The face, like the snout coming out and everything. And I think Baker was kind of upset, thinking that like there wasn't enough after everything he put into
Yeah.
that
We
transformation.
needed, yeah.
But I think he was okay with it in the end because of what we really got. I mean, you get to see it. And
yeah.
How often do you not get to see it? It could just be like other times it could be like, oh, I've got Mike here and he's going through this transformation and it's all hurting. And then we pan over to the wall and there's a shadow. that grows the
Yep.
snout.
Yep.
There you go.
Effective.
Easy way.
Yeah.
And we don't do that. You know, it is pretty great.
Like the mechanism that they had with that is like it's just so crazy to look at too. It's like there was like a special feature on the Blu-ray that I have, and they're like it's like in a museum somewhere. It just looks like so crude now.
of course.
You know, it's just like all these like weird. It looks almost wooden, but like plaster
Right.
mechanisms that just are pushing out, and you just put makeup over it, and that's kind of it. I mean, I say that's kind of it. It's like a 90-hour process for
I
all
know
this
it.
shit, but
Yeah.
But they show it and they give us everything we want, but then they still go back to like those subtle, like where we don't see things.
yeah.
It's just like the perfect use between the two. That I'll tell you what, probably my favorite shot of the entire movie is probably that escalator.
Yes.
When it's looking back down, we've just spent this entire time knowing that the werewolf's coming after this guy, but we're not going to see it.
Right.
And he's running through the tunnels and we don't see it. And he falls and it goes back to the top and it looks back down and you're like, they're not going to show it. And then
Just for a sec.
it just creeps out of that tunnel, and that's all we need to give us the heebie-jeebies to then look back up at him. It's coming up to kill him.
It's definitely,
That-
I think, the scariest sequence. In the
I think
movie.
it is.
Yeah.
That right there, like the whole time, even running through that corridor of that subway. But, oh,
Tube. Underground.
by the way, okay, first off, the fucking English language, like in UK, is the most exhausting thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's your opinion, probably.
It is, and I will stand by it. And I think some people are. Whoever's there, it's not quite rather funny that you might be happening to be making noises down in the corridor.
It seems to be you are encroaching upon my territory
Yeah.
right now.
Holy shit. Hey, what are you doing down there?
Hey, if this is New York,
Yeah.
let's change it. London, an English werewolf in New York.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck you.
Hey, what the fuck is that? Hey,
hey, you want a fuck piece of me?
a moron.
Hey, Tommy, Jimmy, come out of here. He's got like 90 other people
Yeah.
with him.
The Warriors show
Yes.
up.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you get to
And
the point.
This guy's like, it's uncouth of you. I have an umbrella.
Oops, I
I'll
dropped
get you
it.
with my umbrella.
I dropped it.
Oh, and I dropped the only thing that could possibly defend me against such a beast.
Yep.
But before this, like I think actually scary sequence is like that couple arriving to their flat or whatever, and is like they're kind of having fun. It's like it's cold, yeah. Oh wow, it's kind of spooky out here. And he's like, "Hey, did you hear something?" No. Bah! It's a comical cut.
It's funny and scary all at the same time.
Yeah.
How are they doing it?
It's so
Very
good.
It's such a
conflicting.
thin line to like hit those, man.
Yeah.
But I have to say, like, you know, going through the corridors and everything of that subway, like after that couple, and again, honestly, the couple is just almost such a throwaway.
Yeah.
Which is again shocking. It's this nice young couple, like fiance is what we find out
I'll be back
later,
later. Yeah.
and they're just done, and then we move on, and then we're in these corridors, and I'm like, well, it's not too bad. I mean, there's only one way in, one way out, kind of a thing, and then you get to the escalator. And I never expected the werewolf to come into that shot.
Yeah.
I wanted it, but I
That's-
didn't think I was going to get it.
I never expected it. I always thought it was going to be cuts back and forth between looking the victim in the eye,
the POV.
and then like, what's coming and that kind of a thing. And the fact that they did that is actually pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I'm talking about the movie now. I'm just like, man, this is gonna be another high rating. It's just the the balance of the tone is just so incredible. Because what I was gonna say is that, like, yes, this couple, they kind of build them up for a sec, and then they're kind of throwaway, and then like literally within a second of an edit of just a werewolf head crossing the camera, you know that they're dead.
They're dead.
But Landis takes care of them later, when they come back, and is like, it gives you a little bit more weight to their relationship as like they were gonna get married, and
they're extremely happy.
But even that's still comical because they're so happy about it.
The other guys are pissed.
We were gonna get married.
You should probably kill yourself.
What you should do? Hanging's pretty good, I heard.
Wish I could say it's a pleasure to meet you. That kind of thing. Like, and they're like 6 murders happened last night. Well, we actually saw all of them, technically.
Yes.
Which normally you would see like maybe half of them.
Sure, yeah.
And they'd be like, and there were other ones too.
Oh.
And did you hear about the bums that down in that little place that they got murdered too?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Because along with David, we need to know the weight of what he's done.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what's
for
going to keep happening.
Yeah, for him to make this decision of killing himself.
Yeah.
We need to know that this has an effect.
Even those bums, though, like I swear to God, like these guys just getting mauled to death. Oh, it's not quite proper that you're digging out my entrails. Fuck, dude.
Oh, you doing a little dibby dab on me? Uncouth.
Fuck off. Well, and then
not me eyeballs.
Not only does David have to wrestle with the fact that he's murdering people, but even worse than murdering people is like knowing that you're going to wake up naked in a zoo and have to like walk around and hide your junk and talk to little kids to get their balloons. That's even worse.
This is like a wake up moment, as well as he does in the hospital. It's just like, holy shit.
Poor David, man.
Fuck, man.
Go back to looking at Beer Fest. Oh, not again. He's just next to fucking. He just wakes up next to wolves. His own kin.
His own kin, man. They welcomed him in. They probably fucked.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He's a cheater.
Oh yeah.
He's a cheater.
He had a threesome.
Let's do scene 4. So, wrecked with
Thank
guilt
God.
after hearing news reports of the killings, David tries to get himself arrested by causing a public scene, but fails. He phones his family to say goodbye, then loses his nerve to take his own life. Jack, now almost skeletal, appears again outside a porn cinema and lures David inside, where he introduces him to angry ghosts of David's victims. The group, still trapped in limbo, grimly brainstorms suicide methods to free themselves.
Even when he shows back up at Alex's apartment or flat, whatever, and he's got that woman's coat and he's naked, and the only thing he's wearing is that red, bright, like obviously a woman's coat, and he says to her, he's like, hi. He's like, good morning. Good morning. Like, everything's fine. He's like, you were gone all night, and look at you now.
All the red flags that she already ignored, we're adding more to it. And she's just like,
Quite literally a red flag jacket.
Yeah.
you
Yes,
walked
you're right.
in,
Wearing
didn't
a
know
red
where you
flag.
were.
Yeah.
You're wearing a woman's jacket.
By the way, and that would be like if it was any other like woman, it'd be like, the fuck is that? Whose jacket is that?
I'll have on like a new men's coat. She'd be like, where the fuck did you get that?
Who bought that for you?
Exactly. She's like, come back to bed, baby.
Yeah, let's do more.
this. I'm on the phone while having sex, man.
Yeah.
Ravenous.
I'm going to call your doctor, then we're going to fuck.
Ooh, this appetite of yours. Mm.
Oh, wow, you're so
Yum 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 yum.
I'd like to propose that their taxi driver is actually Bricktop.
It is Bricktop.
Well, what I'm saying is it's actually Bricktop. I'd
is
like to
Bricktop?
propose that he was just a normal guy back in the day, back in the early 80s, driving cabs, and then upon getting home that night and finding out that all these murders was actually one of his fair guys, the guys that he drove around early in the day, it sort of sent him off the deep end a little bit to be like, you know what, fuck London, all this crime is ridiculous, I'm going to get mine, I'm sick of driving a taxi cab. He finds a local mafia to kind of join up on,
Yeah.
with zero care in the world, goes up the ranks, and then becomes the Bricktop that we know.
Hey, he sees like all these dead bodies, there's maybe unrecognizable or like kind of chewed up on, and like kind of disposed of that way. He's like, well, that's a good idea. Maybe I should get some pigs up in this place.
Yeah.
He becomes consumed with just like devouring bodies, kind of thing, like a wolf man
Kind of
would.
obsessed with
Werewolf
it. Yeah.
would. Yeah.
Interesting.
People cut him off in
Interesting.
traffic all the time when he was a cabbie. He's like, you cut me off again, I'll cut your fucking Jacobs off.
Hence the term hungry as a pig.
Coffee stained fucking teeth.
I love Bricktop so much.
Same.
God. What about? Do you think his poops were pretty bad after doing this?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. From like werewolf, when in eating people back into human, does he have regular bowel movements?
You got to think so.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's all the same internals. I mean, I know, my dog, after he's gotten up on the counter and eaten some sort of raw meat, you know what I mean? Fresh raw meat.
Yeah.
That he just decided to... My dog's a wolf, guys.
Yes, he is. It's basically what's his name in the thing.
Yeah. So when my dog does that, the shits are unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I have to leave the door open just to make sure he just goes out. Otherwise, like I can't risk it. I can't risk the downstairs door being closed that he can't get out to the yard. It's a lot of liquidy and plugs.
There's only one bathroom in her flat too. So
yeah.
Yeah.
That thing's getting clogged.
And you're early in your relationship,
The plumbing of London is fragile.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, normally you might not even flush down like toilet paper.
I saw a girl in St. Louis. I stayed at her house for a little while, or like a weekend or whatever.
Nice.
And this is before.
Long time ago.
But like, she's like, oh, I know there's a great barbecue place. I'm like, okay. And it was like 2020, so we had it delivered or whatever. I'm like, fucking hell yeah, barbecue sounds great. Watching a movie, drinking some beer, fucking hang out and smoke some pot. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's see what happens. And the next morning I'm like, yeah, let's see what happens. But then I'm like, I felt like, and there was only one bathroom in her apartment. And
Oh God, let's see what happens.
I have to go do something, and you're not going to be allowed to go in there for the next
Did you
hour.
say
or so.
that?
Yes, I did. I'm like, I can't have this.
And at some point, you're probably going to have to do something where you don't want me to go in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why don't we mutually agree that we both do this?
Let's talk about it like David and Alex did,
yeah.
and just get it all out in the open. Okay.
Just talk it out. Some of these holes are meant for waste. Okay. That's just what we need to know and understand about each other.
Okay.
We're both human. Everybody poops. We both read the books. You have kids, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
You
They
know,
poop.
you got to teach them. It's natural.
It's probably horrible. What I'm getting at, it's probably horrible.
Probably absolutely disgusting.
There it is.
Was that a wolf I heard?
Yeah.
No, that was my asshole.
Are you transforming again? No, I'm shitting. we got to talk about this porn theater because like I find something just so unbelievably funny about this whole scene, about the fact that they're talking serious business and there is porn going on in the background.
I know.
Even I looked it up. I'm like, I have to find this porn
Yes.
because like I got to see if it's real because I have so many questions. Like the fucking guy that busts through the door that normally would be like can I join?
Yeah.
He just fucking he goes, you called me? And they're like, we did it. Did you? No. Oh, sorry then.
What are you doing here? Not you, her.
You do this to me all the time.
Oh, sorry.
And then he leaves.
It leaves.
I'm just like I'm blown away at this whole thing because I guess they just made this up. Like
Yeah,
they
they filmed this.
It's a joke. It's a joke, guys, that I didn't get at the time. Like a lot. To be honest, that's the story of this whole movie for me. Is it's a lot of the jokes and stuff. It's stuff I just didn't get at the time.
Mm-hmm.
My bad.
That's okay.
But at the same time, it's like this. Like when he's, I remember literally being caught off guard Because he's like, you do this to me all the time. He's like, sorry about it. He's like, no, not you. I mean her. And
I've never seen you before in my life.
I've never seen you before in my life. He's like, oh. He just walks away.
It's incredible.
And I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
That is a Landis thing.
And it's 100%. And then I see, and then you see Jack again, and he's even more mangled. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh, even worse, man.
Yeah, they went and saw they watched a bunch of porn movies to like see if they could get the rights to one of them, and he's like, they're all fucking horrible, so I'm just gonna do my own. So he did.
It's better for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was watching like the credits of what's it called? Something next Wednesday.
Yeah.
See you next
Wednesday.
See you next Wednesday. Two of the characters have the same last name, a guy and a girl.
I saw that too.
And I don't know if it's the characters or if it was the cast. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
It doesn't matter.
Did like brother and sister play
matter.
like kissing people on the fucking
Someone knows somebody, and someone had their tits out.
Yep.
Either way, it's a little weird.
It's a little strange.
weird.
I don't. Either way, swing it whichever way. Is this the precursor to step brother step sister stuff?
started it.
Landis'
Wow.
fault.
Wow, Landis, damn you.
Subconsciously, man.
Just
But
saying.
yeah, this whole scene in the theater is amazing. They talked about like how Griffin Dunn was uncomfortable doing the makeup and everything, and he's like, well, you only have to do it like 3 times, because the 4th time we're just going to do the animatronic Jack. But it's still effective here. It's still, every time you see him is creepy. We didn't talk about the last time you saw him,
right.
but he was like very
green.
Yeah, very green. It's like a really good looking. I mean, like, good looking as in like it's really well done.
That's the thriller.
Thriller, yes,
That's
absolutely.
the thriller makeup.
Especially the lighting too. It's it's
yeah.
very dark. You can't like see a lot of it. But yeah, this time around his jaw is like falling off and shit, and sees his other victims. I love the gleeful, like I said, the gleefully just like recommending ways to kill himself, and I just love it so much. It's it's so funny.
I like their friendship. It's so genuine.
Yeah.
Even here, like, oh, I'm sorry, Jack. Like, it's just such a genuine relationship between the two of them.
Even when he's changing, he's like, I'm sorry I called you whatever, Jack.
They honestly they just kind of never give that part up of their relationship, and it shines through the entire time. And again, the fact that Jack, that character, was just directed to just be pleasant as an undead person, not to be creepy, not to be that it could have been very tropey, but then it's just like they're just kind of yucking it up. Well, I'm sorry, Jack. I guess I don't. It's a lot easier said than done.
Yep.
I tried to kill myself. I tried to do the knife that, it's just like, yeah, it's easier said than done. I don't know what you want.
No,
from
you're
me.
right. And I was thinking on the way over here too, I'm just like, but like if you are that age too, and like the trip was a pussy trip, probably it seems anyway, and to cut that short with your friend dying is still kind of a bummer, dude.
I know.
And so like with him and Alex, he's got a good thing going on. And so if an undead friend comes to visit you saying you need to kill yourself or you'll turn into a werewolf and kill a bunch of other people, are you going to take some pussy, or are you going to, risk that? Like, I don't know. That is funny to me. I love that kind of like, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't.
I would have at least made it one more cycle.
Literally, it's kill yourself and save a bunch of people, or get some pussy and maybe you're going to kill a bunch of other people.
I mean,
at that age.
how often do these full moons really happen?
It's
Come on.
every 3.5 weeks. Like,
Come on.
make it one more cycle. Like, get through tonight, and then now you got 3.5 weeks of doing whatever you want, and then maybe you can.
Well, I'll make sure to be in a cage at that point.
Yeah, just lock me up. Okay, just like hey, we figured out. We'll do whips and chains. They excite me. Let's do
Kind
it.
of fun.
Chain me up, baby. And then like if you get squirrely, you can kind of do your own little freaky stuff with me. But chain me up so I'm not attacking people. That's it. That's all you got to do.
So final scene 5. While in the theater, David once again transforms into a werewolf, decapitates Inspector Villers, and bursts into the streets, causing mass chaos and multiple deaths during a frenzied rampage. David eventually becomes cornered in a dark alley by heavily armed police. Alex rushes to the scene and pleads with him, convincing her love in an attempt to reach the man within the monster. For a brief moment, David's human consciousness flickers, but the beast takes control, lunges at her. The police open fire, killing him instantly.
This is just pure chaos. This Piccadilly Circus scene, especially when he jumps out and the detective, not the lovable face guy, but the other guy, it's just
shitty guy.
Yeah, gets his head just clean bitten off. It's ridiculous, and funny, but also terrifying.
You nailed it. It's funny and terrifying at the same time. If you're watching a porn in a theater and a guy's making noises like David is making,
Oh, yeah.
you don't just walk over there and stand there and look.
Well, yeah, you got somebody who comes over and is just like, by the way, being an usher in this place would just be the worst job ever.
They don't have ushers.
They don't have ushers.
No.
They have, never mind. They, it's just like, hey,
Hey,
I'm coming.
hey, will you stop? Stop doing, stop, please.
Sir.
Please, sir.
sir.
Sir, please. It's like he's making those noises, and somebody's got to go say something.
Yes.
It's like somebody's got to go say something to that guy. It's like you're not supposed to.
I can't get off if he's getting off.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's interrupting my
Smell
good
your
time.
cunt.
Oh god. Oh god. No, like, but you're right. You're like you're sitting in there enjoying your time, whatever. You know, doing your thing.
This.
I think you probably deserve it.
You deserve this death.
If you've resorted to being in one of these places, werewolf is probably your yeah.
It was a good way to go.
Yeah, that's a good point, Mike.
Sean, I don't know how else to say this. I'm going to say this. This might be the literal greatest scene in movie history of the car crashes and the people dying and like. I watched the movie 2 times through, but I've watched this scene like 8 times.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is absolute fucking madness.
Yes.
And it's done better than any movie I've ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the Blues Brothers chase within like
Yes!
through the mall.
Thank you.
It really is.
The cars piling on top of each
Yeah.
other.
And it's like excessive, but it's done so well that it's awesome. Just
Yeah.
like the cop cars.
Jesus.
I mean, like,
Nailed it.
even Landis is a stuntman in one of these scenes where he gets hit by a car and goes through the window. He like punches a girl and they both go through the window.
It's Ralph Wiggum from The Simpsons. Like everybody's head first diving through
Yeah.
windows. I'm in danger. Like everyone just go. Nobody's wearing seatbelts back
Yes.
in early 80s London.
Fuck 'em.
Unbelievable.
This
man.
is like if you sat down and wrote this, like, yeah, Piccadilly Circus, fucking hard to get into to film. A werewolf going through, car crashes everywhere, werewolves tearing people's heads off over here. These guys are crashing over here, T-bones and shit going on. How the fuck are you gonna film that? And he does. And like it all works and it's all kind of seamless.
You know, it's all just like one at a time kind of stuff. Of course, that's
Yeah.
just the way movies are made. But at the same time, it makes it so chaotic that it's just one after the other, and you're just like the one thing that of the whole sequence that bothered me was like, why is everybody crowding around this door where this thing is about to bust out of? It's like, why are people crowding around like this? That was the thing that bothered me the most. Other than that, I was like, you know what? Maybe that's just the ploy for me to like let go and be like, all of you deserve it at this point. And it's what's funny is like, it's the monster on all fours walking through the streets though of London. And I think that's as jarring as it gets.
Thank you for bringing that up because like
we don't get that often.
We don't. And like all these other werewolf movies like The Wolfman or even like the remake of Wolfman, it seems like it's a very personal and intimate experience that the characters have as a wolfman or as a wolf person that turns into a wolf. But this movie shows like, no, this is in Piccadilly Circus in a crowd. Now everyone knows it. Like you think of like like a monster movie, like, you know, I guess even Frankenstein, where Frankenstein's monster it's in a small town and all these people kind of see it and everything. This is in London, England, you know, like one of the most populated places on the entire earth, and they're seeing the werewolf. It's like that brings it more levity to me anyway, like a more gives it more gravitas, because it's not just like 3 people witnessing it in a cabin somewhere, you know. It's a whole town right here seeing it.
Yeah, it's not the small town that it came from.
Yes,
it is all of London, essentially, you know, in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So,
And normally I would hate this ending. I would hate. Oh, did he recognize her? Oh, but he still killed her. Oh, like, but I don't know why. I don't know why it just works so perfect. Because, like, I don't know. Did he recognize her? There's a thought that maybe he did release himself a little bit and knew that the only way out of this was to lunge at her and get killed. Or maybe it's just her thinking that there was something in him.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I love how it just, we see him, she's crying, movie over.
They want to, like, they almost flirt with doing the only true love can be true evil. And it's like, no, he's a fucking monster.
And now he's dead, and now everyone knows about this.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? I don't know. End of movie.
No, we're not going there. Done.
End of movie.
yeah, I had a struggle with this, honestly, the first 2 times I watched it. I watched this movie 3 times.
Damn, son.
And I struggled with it about each time until the last one.
Yeah.
That I really just kind of like really honed in on it, and like I get it, like because I was in the camp of like, this feels unfinished. I really was, and I might still be, but it's a cool ambiguous ending. It leaves a couple of questions. I think that it you know, watching him and watch like their interactions is fine. The other part that I fucking hate is cops are like 100 yards away shooting these rifles.
Shooting around her.
Yeah, shooting around her.
Curving the bullets.
And I'm just like, God damn it. That's English with their guns and shit, you know what I mean? You know.
They never use that shit.
They never know. Yeah. No, but like either way, it's just one of those things that like I had a tough time with the ending of this movie.
Yeah.
So I think I'll just leave it at that. Yeah.
Well, anything else you want to say about this?
This is good for me, man.
Sean, we're going to start with you, man. We did a modern day rating of this movie. We've talked about it. You've given it the confused breakfast treatment. We know you love this movie, but what are your final thoughts on it, man?
Yeah, I do love this movie. And every time I watch it, I kind of find something different that I love about it. And I loved having this conversation, especially, and it made me love it even more. And I love showing new movies to people and them getting something out of it. So I'm glad you guys got at least something out of it. I think the cast is incredible. I think David Naughton is like, why haven't I seen him more? Griffin Dunn is incredible. Jenny Agutter is just such a good presence in this movie to like kind of bring.
She's very fetching.
Yes,
you know, very fetching. She's perfect in this.
Yeah, she brings everything down a little bit from like the chaos, you know, and like, it really helps David out and the audience as well. Landis writes a fucking hell of a script and has a pitch perfect tone in this movie throughout the entire thing, and not a lot of it's hard to do, I think, especially, you know, when you have people review it or like even read the script and say like it's a movie that wants to be a horror movie, it's a horror movie that wants to be a comedy. Like, I don't get it, you know.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I think he perfectly balances it out, and it's just shocking and gory enough to where it needs to be a horror movie, and it's just as funny and charming enough to where it needs to be a comedy to me. And you can't say much about Rick Baker's work on this movie. It's just legendary. It might be the best there ever was. You know, it's definitely the best werewolf there ever was and ever probably will be. But this movie is a 9.6 for me. I love it.
9.6 for Sean. AJ, what about you?
Oh, man. I think that this movie, so this conversation that we had about the whole thing really helped it grow on me. I think it certainly helped out my rating. I think that there's a lot of things I could subscribe to in the sense of, like, Mike, sometimes older movies, I don't really see the point. Sometimes I feel that way too, man. I'm just saying. But there are some things in here that I'm like, no, I totally get it. I do understand. Like, I don't understand why I haven't seen David not more. It's like, it's very surprising to me. I understand the story. I still have a tough time deliberating and deciding between like comedy and horror, and it's obviously I'm not supposed to make that decision. I'm not supposed to decide between those two things. You're just supposed to let it be what it is, and I think that it is, but I still have a tough time with it, especially with the end credits song that happens to hit. It's
Blue Moon.
That's very Animal House to me.
Oh, yeah.
And like after kind of what should be kind of a harrowing scene of a guy who's just shot dead,
Yeah.
and naked in an alleyway of London is just kind of washed over by this song. It's just really tough, man.
I totally get it. It is Landis being like Animal House, where maybe he should have been more like professional filmmaker.
He's just being completely outlandish at this point.
There it is.
And so that being said, guys, then I'll give this probably higher than I expected to be actually before our conversation. I'm going to give this a 7.15.
Dang.
7.15. Yeah, man. This is why I love this podcast. I would have never ever watched this movie if I wasn't forced to watch it by Sean, and I just blew all expectations. I loved it. I loved the tone of it. I loved how short it was. I loved how the liberties it took. I'm not a werewolf lover. Like, werewolves, like one of my least favorite kind of like creatures, monsters, but it'll never be better than this. It'll never be done better than this. It was an awesome movie, one of a kind. I liked that it like made Londoner, like it made like the English better than like Americans, kind of in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like, look at the Americans are the one to come save London.
Yeah.
It was
Right,
like
right.
the complete opposite almost.
Totally.
That's a good point.
I'm going to give this the exact same score I gave Dawn of the Dead, to where I'm never going to watch this movie unless we watch it on the podcast. I love it. You were pretty close. I'm a 7.8 on this one.
Okay.
I think it's a movie. I'm sorry I left this out. It's a movie that I will probably not watch again, except for with other people.
Okay.
I will not watch this by myself again, but I will
Perhaps
watch it with other people.
On a full moon night on the top of film scene in Iowa City,
Perhaps,
like we did with The Howling.
perhaps, baby.
So pretty good score for this. As a group, we're an 8.18. And that's going to take it fairly high on the list, my friends. An 8.18 is going to be all alone in the 55th spot. It's not as good as Fargo and Blues Brothers, but it is slightly better than The Rock, Big, and Ghostbusters.
Better than Big.
It is better than Big.
And Ghostbusters.
And Ghostbusters, man.
8.8?
8.18.
8.18. That feels good. It feels good to
I
me.
like it.
Better than Ghostbusters. I'm excited to see what Ghostbusters 2 is going to be like.
All right.
Well, we're going to find out, because if you're tuning in next week, we got Ghostbusters 2 coming at you, followed by 7. And if you're new to the podcast, go back this time last year, Silence of the Lambs.
That episode, brothers, was so much fun.
Yes,
It
it
was
was.
Check that one out if you haven't heard it.
Thanks to Brian on the controls here at Upload Media Group in Cedar Rapids. Learn more at uploadmediagroup.com. Check out our network, Cloud 10, cloud10.fm. Grab some Big Grove beer this
Fucking
fall.
dare you.
And that's about it.
Dare you.
Beware
I
the
dare
moon.
you. Beware the moon. Stay on the roads.
Stay
on the
clear
moon.
of the
Dare you.
moors.
Stay clear of the moors.
Happy Halloween, finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Thanks again for listening, guys. We really appreciate it. Make sure you're checking us out on YouTube here in the studio, hanging out with us live and in person in the studs. Check us out on social media. Search for Confused Breakfast at Confused Breakfast anywhere on social media. And please leave us a review. 5 stars on any platform that you're listening on. Write us a comment on Spotify or an Apple Podcast. Write us a review. We love to read them.
Go to confusedbreakfast.com as well to see the merch that we have. You can see the shirts. We have new shirts up there. It's awesome. I believe it. You can go to confusedbreakfast.com as well to see the ratings of the movies that we have covered. You can see AJ's ratings. You can see Mike's ratings. And you can see my ratings and the show's ratings overall. Goodbye. I love you.
Thanks to Brian on the controls here at Upload Media Group. Learn more at uploadmediagroup.com and learn more about our network Cloud 10 at cloud10.fm. We love you so much. Go on to the next video.